Okay, Sagittarius friends, thanks for being here. Let's see what Libra season has in store for you guys. So just to quickly go over this, Libra is all about balance. So the season of Libra is going to be about connections. It's going to be about contracts coming due. It's going to be about evaluating where you're at in your relationships, where you stand with other people, with the commitments that you've made, the commitments that have been made to you. This is really about connections. This is a time to evaluate progress that you've made so far this year. And as we know, this has been a big year for all of us. So we'll see what you guys will be working with in terms of the energy of this Libra season. What are some themes that are going to be going on in your life? What are specific energies that you're going to see show up within your relationships, within your own self, all right, in terms of your own self-reflection and things that you observe? So another energy that you're going to be working with is Pisces. Okay, so while you're working with coming into balance, there's going to be something going on in terms of the emotional balance in your life, because Pisces rules our emotions. Pisces is water. This is about really going deep. Pisces is a beautiful energy to work in terms of your self-reflection. How are you feeling about yourself? What are the beliefs that you're operating with right now? Trusting yourself, trusting your intuition, okay? Really allowing that emotional GPS to be a part of this season is going to be really important to you. You're going to have to trust your heart, okay? This is something that Pisces is really good for, is really honing in and being able to trust in yourself, in your intuitive guidance, in your heart's desires, being true to yourself, okay? We're going to let Green Tara hold those up. We're going to see what moon you will be working with. So if you find yourself feeling all the feelings this Libra season, just go with it. This is happening for a reason, okay? Just remember that you know more than you even realize, okay? You are seeing things with your sixth sense, your third eye, your intuitive wisdom. So this is definitely going to be a time for you to be trusting yourself and to be honoring yourself, honoring your emotions, honoring the feelings that come up and the vibrations that show up. Bring love into the situation is the message coming through here. A new moon in Aquarius for you. So whatever this means for you, first of all, a new moon is a new beginning. This is a reset. If we're getting a second chance on something, if we're getting to start over in terms of a relationship, if there is a conflict in your life that you've been struggling with, you're definitely being told that right now the time is to bring love into it. Well, what does that mean? It means to really see the good, okay? Use compassion, exercise with your higher self at the reins, okay? Allowing that human ego, that personality to take a back seat to your soul's wisdom. This is going to be really important. So if you're holding anything against somebody, I'm getting the feeling that maybe you've been hurt by someone, maybe you've been disappointed. If this is a relationship issue for you, whether this is with somebody else or maybe it's a relationship with yourself, there's definitely a need here for you to bring compassion and love and forgiveness into the aspects of life that you are facing right now, okay? Forgiveness is a big deal. And it's not, it's easy to say we need to forgive, but forgiveness is a process. So when we think about bringing love in and forgiving ourselves for something or forgiving other people who have hurt us, it's not an instant thing. It's not like okay, I forgive you and we're done. It's a conscious choice all the time to start to open yourself up to see from a different perspective. See yourself from a different perspective and see others. So see the emotions that are at play at all times and how they influence us. See how the needs that we all have that are there. Okay, that's one thing that Pisces, one of the pieces of wisdom that I think Pisces energy brings in is our ability to take other people's perspectives, okay? To see things from a different side, not just how we feel and how it affects us, but how other people might see a situation and how they feel about it. And then the why behind why people do what they do, all right? You're really, I think, being called to see from a higher perspective and allow your soul to guide you in the healing that needs to happen, because I think there is a healing that has to happen for you this Libra season. So right now with the Starseed Oracle, you're getting called. Soul gifts and training. It's time to step up, Sagittarius. And inner earth, you'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. Okay, so whatever it is that is in your life, whatever the situation is specifically designed like in your life, if this is a relationship for you, or this is, a change in the way that you think about yourself, or a change in the way that you're operating in your relationships, and who you choose to have in your life and how you choose to interact with them, you are being called to tap into your soul gifts right now. So there's definitely this inward calling. There's definitely time for self-reflection this month that's going to be really important for you, because there's aspects of yourself that have to come out right now, okay? There's aspects of your wisdom that the world needs, the people in your life need. It's time for you to bring that out in the relationships and the way you deal with things. So let's say you have always dealt with conflict a certain way, or you feel like you've been dealing with the same conflict for a long time, okay? Maybe you've had some challenges in your life that you feel like you're on the carousel going around and around. Now is the time to deal with them differently. Okay. It's the time to step up. Well, what does that mean? It means seeing things from a higher perspective. It means reaching into your soul's wisdom and trusting, like ask your higher self for that guidance. Ask for the insight that you need. If you are struggling with a person or a situation in your life, to really take the higher road, to operate from a place of compassion and understanding and forgiveness, to release maybe the anger and the hurt that might be triggered by this person or this situation. It's time for you to open up and receive the guidance that your soul wants to give you, because there's more to you and there's more growth for you. And even though the situations in our life cause us turmoil and cause us pain and cause us hurt and whatever else might be going on, the challenges that life brings, they're designed to grow us, right? So you're definitely in a season right now where there's some growth happening, okay? You're definitely being told right now that the hard part, the hard situation, the challenge, the stuff that's hurting you is actually growing you and changing you, and you have to let it happen. And you also have to believe that there's parts of you that are beautiful and that are coming from this, okay? Nothing is wasted. Nothing is wasted time, wasted energy. If this is a relationship issue, you didn't waste your time with the person. You haven't done anything wrong. It's been a divine alignment in your life that you have to trust. With this inner earth coming through, you'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. That tells me that you're really, really struggling, right? Like if we have to be told by spirit that we'll survive this, that means we're in a lot of pain. That means we're really questioning things. We might be filled with resentment over things that are going on in our lives. Maybe there's situations that have been causing you tremendous pain. Maybe it's, a sense of isolation. Maybe it is feeling a sense of hopelessness or powerlessness. But this is spirit letting you know that there's something new on the horizon, and it is beautiful, and it is going to bring you peace, and it is divinely aligned for you. Notice how in both of these we have these portals, right? Here she is about to walk through this portal, and here, standing in these trees, we're looking through this beautiful break in the mountains to see this light, beautiful horizon. You're definitely moving forward into something new, Sagittarius. There's something happening right now in your life that is no small thing. It might not be an easy thing, but it's nothing small. It's a big deal. You're kind of a big deal, okay? You're in a moment right now that's a big deal for you. So remember to bring love into it. Really means to embrace this and trust that you're here for a reason. And I think that these emotions that you're dealing with, I'm just going to let that fall, and I'm going to take this one too, because they both kind of want it to come out. Yeah. Okay. So we have some choices to be made, and I definitely get the vibe with this Queen of Swords coming out that you see things very clearly. You might see if somebody has mistreated you or done wrong by you, and you're not tolerating it. The Queen of Swords, she's no joke. She is all business, and she knows what she wants, and she will slice you and dice you if necessary. Okay, she's a powerful energy, and I just feel like this is you. This is you trying to decide what is your next choice. Where do you go from here? You know, and that Seven of Cups is representative of those feelings, right? How do you want to feel? Who in your world will bring you the feelings that you really want and deserve, okay? Who are you turning your back on? Because I feel like there might be some aspects of you that you're turning your back on people, okay? You're going to do right by you. There's definitely a strength coming through here. You know, emotions are nothing. There's nothing weak about our feelings. And I think that's kind of where you're at. Yeah, you've got a decision to be made, Sagittarius. There's some things that you're leaving behind. And I'm getting a vibe here that you might not totally know which way to go with that, but yet here you are dealing with some choices that have to be made. That's coming through loud and clear. We've got the Seven of Cups and we've got the Four of Cups. Now, the thing is, you know, we could be feeling like a lack of direction, a lack of, I don't know what to choose or who to choose. I don't know what's going to bring me what my heart is really seeking right now. Now, with the Four of Cups, I just want you to know that one of the messages that comes with this, and I want you to see this, the beautiful colors here, okay? This is the beautiful colors, the energy of balance coming through. There's something good. Notice the hand that's holding this bowl of beautiful energy. There's something good that's being presented to you. Yet there's an aspect of you that you're not noticing it. You're not recognizing the good that is being presented to you, okay? I think there's an issue here where you're like maybe kind of trapped a little bit in your thoughts. There might be an aspect where you are perseverating on what makes you angry, what hasn't been, you know, who hasn't done right by you, what are you frustrated with, what are you angry with? I feel like you've been let down, okay? There's just an element of disappointment and frustration coming through here, but yet Spirit is handing something to you that is good for you and that will bring more peace into your heart, okay? We have the Five of Cups coming up reversed. The Five of Cups is recognizing a sense of loss and grief, okay? There is something that has hurt you, something that has disappointed you, but when it's coming up reversed, I think that you've already been going through these emotions. I think this isn't something new. This is something that's been weighing on you, this is an emotional burden that you've been carrying. And I'm not sure, you know, if you know who to blame for that, if it's circumstantial, or if there's actually a person in your life that you know exactly who has caused you the pain, okay? Or maybe it is a circumstance in your life that has caused you a lot of pain. Remember that we're being told to bring love into the situation for you guys this season. So this is going to be really important when you're thinking about this particular situation. You need to be thinking in terms of, you know, you got to shift the perspective to the good. You want to be grateful for what you have. If you have a lot of choices right now, because the Seven of Cups could indicate that we have quite a bit of choices to be made. We have different options, I should say. Might only be one decision, but yet there's so many options in front of you. Operate from a sense of what brings you, you know, what brings you peace? What brings you a sense of happiness, or what feels right for you, okay? Because I do feel like Spirit is saying that it is time to release some pain that you've been holding on to. You deserve to feel better, okay? This dissatisfaction that's coming through, you deserve to move through that, okay? You deserve to like let that go a little bit, okay? Because you have the Queen of Wands and the Hierophant coming up, but both of them are reversed. Well, this is about manifesting what you really want, okay? So why are they coming up reverse? What's the hesitation here? What is holding you back from, I'm going to put them this way, creating what you want? And this is based on your heart and soul. This is based on your beliefs, Sagittarius. This is the manifestation with joy and passion and confidence in what you're creating for yourself, okay? This is about your higher self leading the way. This is what's right for you. Yet we have this energy here, this blockage that this is hard for you right now, okay? There's some type of resistance happening here where this creation of what your heart really desires, I think, is kind of blocked right now. I think you might be a little bit blocked also in terms of really being in touch with that wisdom and that truth of what's right for you. So there's definitely something that you need to release, something that needs to be unblocked, because you're at a time right now where your focus should definitely be on what is right for you, okay? Remember, you're getting this message of it's time to step up. It's time to use your soul gifts. It is time to release more of your heart to the world, okay? Be more authentic to yourself because you do have these new beginnings. You know, in the Hierophant, I love this particular image of the Hierophant with the golden staircase. This is our connection to our superconscious. This is our ability as humans to connect to our soul, to bring forth the wisdom and the healing that needs to happen. This is a really, really symbolic card. If you notice that this staircase at the top has that beautiful flower and all of that light, and it's representative of our connection right now to our higher self. When we are allowing that wisdom to come down, everything shifts and everything changes. So really, I do believe right now that this is definitely a time of transformation for you. We're going to pull some spirit animal oracle cards. I think that you are struggling with some past experiences that have hurt, that have caused anger, that have scarred you a little bit, okay? Maybe a lot, depending. And I think that that's what's holding you back. So I do think that right now there is some healing that has to happen for you. And that's what this season is going to be about. This is about healing for you so that you can release and let go and put behind you completely what has hurt and instead then move forward, being more authentic to yourself in a new energy. All right. Okay. Okay, so we are getting, dear spirit, bring a gentle touch. When you're making this selection, this choice, what is the Seven of Cups for you, okay? Is this a choice in people in your life? Is it a person in your life? Is it deciding who you're spending time with, what you're giving your attention to? Whatever this choice is, whether it's a person, a situation, this decision is an emotional decision for you because what you decide is going to impact how you feel. It's going to impact your joy. It's going to impact your passion, your creativity, your enthusiasm. It's a heart-centered decision, and you're being told to bring a gentle touch. So bring love into the situation. That is the gentle touch, okay? So let's say whatever this decision is for you, if you already know what this is referring to, or maybe you don't. Maybe you're like, I don't know what choice I'm going to have to make this Libra season. Well, something is going to be coming up for you. And when it does, it's definitely calling for you to let love play a major role in that. So in other words, you're going to choose what really lights you up, what really brings you a sense of peace, a sense of love, a sense of joy. Let that be your GPS for the decisions that you make right now. Okay. Be loyal to what you love. The Queen of Swords, I believe, does operate with a strong sense of loyalty. So we're getting the dog spirit here, number 19. Be loyal to what you love. Well, what and who do you love? For some of you, this could be loyalty to yourself. Okay, this is loyalty to what's right for you, what is true for you. This could be you putting up healthy boundaries where you no longer tolerate or give attention to relationships that bring you down or drain you. Okay, if you have energy vampires in your midst, people who use you, people who hurt you, who are insensitive, who are careless, this loyalty might come in the form of you no longer giving them attention and allowing it to happen, okay? And again, making a decision that's in your best interest for your heart and soul, for your well-being, not just, let's say it's a job decision. You're not going to be making this decision just based on money. You're going to be making this decision based on satisfaction and what is really inspiring for you. What's going to grow you in a way that is a soul growth, okay? Not just getting through the daily routine of life. Like, this is a big deal. This is a shift that needs to happen for you. You are getting the sandpiper spirit coming through with be playful. So again, this Four of Cups is a serious energy. This is a kind of wallowing energy, really, okay? This is kind of a victim mentality sometimes. I think the Four of Cups When we're so busy being down in the dumps about what didn't work out or what, who hurt us and woe is me, we're missing the good that's being given to us, okay? And that is what this card represents a lot of times. So if we're being told by Spirit that you need to be playful, I really think you need to shift your attention. If you're obsessing over what hasn't worked out or what you're upset about, angry about, disappointed about, whatever this is for you, you're definitely being told you need to add more playful spirit into your life. So shifting your attention, if you're obsessing over the thing that you don't like, and you're rehashing it and replaying it, it's not serving you. So Spirit says that it's going to be very healthy for you to add more joy. All right, now be fearless and bold. Badger Spirit coming through with this 5 of Cups reversal. What changes do you need to make? Like, is this about you completely shifting gears from what has been burdening you? Okay, this emotional burden, this 5 of Cups burden here, this is taking its toll. Well, being fearless and bold is taking new action, setting a new foundation. We've got the number 4 coming through here. This is a new foundation. This is a different way of operating. So if we're letting go of this, and this could also be a victim mentality. This is different for each one of you. You might feel like you are powerless and a victim to your circumstances of what has hurt you. Or you just might, that might be a harsh way to describe it. It's really just a sense of being deeply, deeply disappointed and hurt. And that, can come in so many different variations of how those emotions show up in our lives. But when we have this be fearless and bold with it reversed, I really feel like this is telling you, again, shift your attention. Do things differently right now, okay? Spend your time and attention on something different. Focus on the future now. Focus on what you want for yourself now. Focus on the new beginnings, okay? I think you've spent enough time in this state with these sadnesses. So I do think this is about healing these emotions that seem to be really just bringing you down. Now, take a time out. This Queen of Wands manifestation, the number 9, you're getting the brown bear spirit to take a time out. There you go. Maybe that's why she's coming up reversed, okay? Maybe you've actually been trying so hard to create what you want and to have what you want that Spirit's saying the reason it hasn't happened is because it's not time yet, okay? The energy isn't right. And I think that is what's happening here. When we're getting this Queen of Wands in reverse, this is very clear now. Something isn't the right timing, okay? What you're working on creating, it's just not ready yet. And when we force things and we try to make things the vision that we think they're supposed to be, we think our life should look a certain way, it should all unfold a certain way, and you might be pushing a little bit too hard to get it to be something that it's actually just not meant to be. So rather than continuing to be forceful and really trying to make things work out the way you think they're supposed to, stop trying at all. Crazy, right? Like, how could that be the advice you're getting? But that is the advice, because when we stop pushing and forcing, we wind up letting energy flow. So you have to step away from it. It's like writer's block. When you get writer's block, what do? We walk away and go back to it at another time. Walk away. Whatever it is that you're forcing, that you are trying to create for yourself, let it go for right now. Instead, shift your attention, do things that make you happy, hang out with the people that make you happy, read the books, listen to the music, do whatever is right for you, but don't keep forcing, okay? Now, we're getting Stag Spirit take the lead, number 58. This is beautiful leadership energy. Now, here's the deal. The Hierophant, this is your soul speaking to you. So this is about following that wisdom. Maybe what you've been attempting to configure and create in your life is just not meant for you right now. And instead, you are meant to follow the path of your soul, and that is a little bit different, sometimes a lot different. And this is the decision that we have to make, right? When we finally say, okay, fine, I quit forcing, I quit trying so hard, show me the way. We throw up our hands in surrender. Show me the way. I am open to receiving the guidance, because remember, you have some new beginnings coming through, but you have to bring out your soul gifts. So if you are trying so hard to make your life look a certain way and you're feeling so very frustrated and disappointed that it isn't panning out that way, there's a reason for it. Okay? There's parts of you that have to come out. And I don't know that you even realize what they are yet. I think for some of you, this is going to be brand new. I think some of you in a few months from now, you're going to look back at your life and this journey and think, wow, I never saw that coming. I never thought I'd be where I am right now. Okay? But I think life is trying to take you in a different way than you even realize. And it's time to let go of the reins. Stop trying to force. So when you wake up every day, make your mantra, I am open to what the day brings. I am open to the guidance from my spirit team, because I think there's just, a lot of new that needs to emerge from you. These emotions need to be healed. There's new aspects of you that need to be revealed. And I think there's going to be a new path ahead of you that you can't see yet. But that path is definitely going to be leading you to some beautiful places, all right? There is beautiful growth. There is joy ahead. When you follow, I just want to say this, because if you're listening to this going, no, but that's not what I want you to understand that when you follow this path, that staircase, that leads you to glorious, beautiful joy and happiness beyond your wildest imagination. See his face? He's not sitting down there sad about this at all. He's sitting down there going, holy moly, this is better than I ever could have imagined. Do not doubt for a second that the way of your soul is really, truly the way that you want to follow, okay? And that's the end of it. It's not up to anybody else but you. You need to feel your way onto that staircase, and you feel that through vibration. That comes through that emotional GPS. Remember, you are working with your emotional GPS this season. This is important for you. So pay attention to your feelings. Feel what feels right for you with every decision that you make, with every message that you hear. Yeah, you're getting a burst of magic. Be at peace, the dove spirit, the willing release. Yep, none of these are shocking. And so much of them are coming through for every reading. It's insane. Wow, feeling the world. Okay, and the Oracle's gift. Okay, Sagittarius, you have really beautiful messages coming through. So we're getting a burst of magic, starting off with the Seven of Cups, okay? A burst of magic is this decision, when you feel into the choices that you make this in the next month, this energy is blessed. The decisions that you make from your heart space, it is blessed. There's going to be beautiful rewards. There will be abundance. There will be happiness. There will be connection. There will be joy. You can rest assured in that. So don't make decisions out of anger or resentment or wanting to get back at somebody, or, just an overall sense of disappointment that this isn't what you wanted. Really be at peace as much as you possibly can with trusting that everything is as it should be, and that it really is safe for you to be where you are and move forward in a new way, okay? Because then you have, with your Queen of Swords, be loyal to what you love, you're getting the dove spirit, be at peace, okay? So like I said, this Queen of Swords, she's really perseverating on things that have hurt her, things that she can see that, probably might make you angry, might be really big disappointments in your life. But yet you're being told by Spirit, be at peace. This is the way it's supposed to be. There's a reason for this disappointment. See, we get steered, right? When one door closes, another opens. And that's important. We're always being steered by our soul to the place and the path that's best for us, for our highest good. So there is an element here that you really need to be open to healing, okay? And this Four of Cups, this dissatisfaction, right? We are told shift and be more playful. You need to release. You need to release this dissatisfaction. You need to lose this habit of constantly looking behind you in the past at what you no longer have or what you wish would have worked out differently. Enough of that, all right? This is important for you because this is going to free up this energy for you to move forward. Spirit is saying that it's done, okay? The emotions that you're holding against someone or against the situation, that you are not letting go of, it probably has maybe to an extent become a part of your identity, which you've gone through. It's time to let these emotions filter through, okay? And to let go of them. Now, you are getting this be fearless and bold in, again, releasing the pain, releasing these experiences of hurt. So that Badger spirit, be fearless and bold, is coming up with a spirit of gratitude. A spirit of gratitude. Everything serves a purpose. Focus on the good in your life, okay? Gratitude is your conscious effort to recognize the blessings in your life in the form of people, in the form of opportunities and experiences, wisdom, all of it, okay? Gratitude brings in abundance. So whatever this loss has been for you, you no longer need to carry this energy with you. Spirit is saying, hey, check in and notice everything that you have. And when you pay attention to all that you are surrounded by, even if some aspects haven't been what you wanted them to be, look at the bigger picture. Look at all that you have. This is going to attract more. And this will definitely shift the vibration of lack that Five of Cups is bringing. Okay, this vibration of not having what you want. It's going to shift when you shift into gratitude. That's also very, very important. Now, here's a beautiful card that not everybody gets, Sagittarius. So this Queen of Wands, right, pushing potentially a little bit too hard for what you think it should be. Being told to take a time out. I think you're overwhelmed. I think you maybe are very empathic. You're getting feeling the world. You are incredibly sensitive, okay? So you might be feeling the burdens of the pain that people carry. I mean, our planet right now, the energy on this planet is so intense. We are all feeling it, whether we're consciously aware that we're feeling it or not. I think that this feeling potentially for you is a feeling of helplessness. Like you know what you want to create, you know what you want to change, you know how you want to help, but yet maybe feeling like, how the heck can I have an impact? How the heck can I possibly help or heal what needs healing? It's not an easy feeling. It's an overwhelmed feeling, right? So if you are feeling just so much and it's just really just weighing you down, this is why Spirit's saying to take your time out, okay? Because Spirit's saying, hey, listen, it's not all on you to solve this. It's not all on you to change it. The way that you change it is by bringing out your gifts, you, in your life, one person at a time, as we all become more authentic and we all step into our power. That's how we create that ripple effect that will impact the whole world. But it's not going to happen because we force the world to change or we force people to have our perspective or our viewpoint. It happens on an inside. It's an inside job for each one of us on our own. And like this, I love your ending up. This Hierophant, okay? Trusting in your soul, taking the lead. Stag Spirit, take the lead. You're getting the Oracle's gift. You are being gifted with divine wisdom, Sagittarius. There is no doubt about it. You are being given divine information. The Oracle's gift represents this divine wisdom that's coming through, that wants to be bestowed upon you because you are meant to take it somewhere. You are meant to do something with it. What you learn about yourself, what you understand about things on a spiritual level, what you understand about yourself as a soul, this is going to be a gift not just to you, but to all who you share it with. There are things that you are about to discover about yourself this season that are beautiful and magical. Sit with it. It's like a beautiful cup of tea. Let that cup of tea be that meditation, the journaling, whatever rituals you do to bring peace, to slow down and become present, because your soul has information for you that you need. Very awesome. Okay, so we're going to pull some fairy magical messages from the fairies, of advice from the fairies, because I love fairy energy. And they always have good things to say. So we want to know for Sagittarius, for this Libra season, what will Sagittarius benefit from knowing right now? Okay, we're getting summer. Everything that you're asking for becomes yours in the summertime. For those of you that are on the other side of the world, I'm in the Northern Hemisphere in the United States, but if any of you are my friends from Australia, I know you're going into your summer season, so there's some really good stuff coming here through the summer for you. And for those of you that are in the Northern Hemisphere with me, the summer vibes, what does that mean to you? Does it mean that we need to wait an entire year for something to be revealed, for answers to come, for things to come to fruition? Possibly. The work that you're doing right now, this season, might be just the beginning, the first step on a journey that by next summer you are going to feel a lot different and life is going to look a lot different, okay? This could be a reference to someone or something that has significance to you tied to the summer season. So feel how summer resonates with you, okay? And see what that means. And we're getting, yeah, wow, okay. Emotional healing, right? And that's what we said. You're working with Pisces this season. So you're getting emotional healing. As your heart heals of old emotional pain, you receive new blessings and love. Now, don't be disappointed and think, OMG, are you telling me that I have to wait until next summer? If you're up here in the Northern Hemisphere with me, you're like, it's just the end of September and I got to wait till next summer to feel the release or to feel better? Yes and no. You're going to feel better on the journey the whole way. But do I think your life is going to look a lot different by next summer? I think so, because this is what the fairies are saying, okay? Your emotional healing is of the utmost importance to you right now, Sagittarius. There are emotional pains that you have to work through. And this is not a one and done overnight, okay, I release it, I'm done, I'm good. This is a process of conscious choice every day to work through the baggage that you're carrying around right now, that emotional baggage that needs to leave. So I do feel, based on my own experience and just working with energy, that it's layers that need to be released. Consider this reading the activation of the first layer of release for what this pain is that you're carrying around, okay? And then every step that you take in your pursuing your best interest, pursuing your heart's healing, being authentic to you, releasing the emotions that you hold against other people, shifting from the memories that have brought you pain into the visions of the future, working with spirit, praying, meditating, journaling, receiving the wisdom. Every single time you consciously choose to do these things, you are removing another layer of the pain that you've been carrying around till eventually, yes, you will notice that it's gone. But along the way, it's still going to feel present. And it's your choices that will help you transmute that, okay? Because this emotional healing, it's so important for you. There's so much new that wants to come in. Remember? Like we started off with this new solutions and new beginnings that want to come through. You are being called, right? So you have to work on this healing because this is what's going to make you happy. This is what's going to bring all the beautiful blessings that your heart desires into your life. You have to make space for the good stuff to come in. So this is a really important season for you right now. This is beautiful. If you have never had an energy healing done, I would suggest you be open to it. And for those of you that are already energy workers, light workers, already deep into your journey, you know what works for you. You know what brings you peace. Bring this up with your mentors. Have a conversation about whatever the burdens are if you're not already doing it. Now I'm going to pull 2 archetype cards. These archetypes represent behaviors, patterns of thoughts, habits, the ways that we show up in our relationships, the way that we think about ourselves. These are energetic aspects that are neither good nor bad. They all have a light and a shadow side to them. The light is what we always want to aim to be operating with. The shadow could cause some more problems in our life. So what I'm asking Spirit is okay, we've got like so much flopping around and it's way too many. So we're going to put those back and we're going to keep shuffling. What 2 archetypes would Sagittarius benefit from this Libra season in terms of managing themselves and responding to life? So we're getting the Detective and the Eternal Child. Yeah, both of these make total sense for this reading. Okay. Detective, great powers of observation and intuition, a desire to seek out the truth. This is you. This is you going into your heart. This is the detective archetype coming into play in terms of you doing your self-reflection, really digging deep to the root cause of the pain that you're carrying. When did the pain start? At what point in life did you develop some beliefs that have created or kept situations in your life hurting you, okay? The detective is definitely a part of healing. When we are really, truly working to heal ourselves and to release what no longer serves us, it requires us to look very deep into our soul, spend time there. It's doing shadow work. It's not easy. Shadow is nothing negative. Shadow is just the stuff that, to me, I always think of it as the hard parts, right? The parts that we're like, you know, it's easier to kind of push aside and say, nope, I'm good, I'm fine, and I'd rather focus on the happy stuff, right? The shadow stuff is what causes us pain. But that's the most beneficial, because when we can work through those emotions and those memories and those belief systems, and we can actually heal the parts that are not serving us anymore, the conditioning of our minds to believe, you know, what we deserve, to believe, you know, what our life is looking like and what it will always look like. Like when we do that work and we pull it all apart and we dissect all of that, boy, is it awesome how we can put it back together into a more empowered and beneficial state for ourselves. It is amazing what happens when you are willing to really closely look at your soul's journey in this lifetime and what needs healing, okay? It takes courage. You're getting the eternal child. This is all about joy. So it says determination to remain young in body, mind, and spirit. Ability to see things with fresh eyes. Yeah, this brings us right back to that. Bring love into the situation. You know, where are we at here? Being playful. The eternal child is so playful, right? It's that innocence. It is that joy. It is doing stuff for the sake of enjoyment rather than productivity. It is about you connecting with your inner child, healing. At what point were you told or taught to believe that you needed to stop having fun and be a grown-up? Or that your fun and your joy is not a priority? Because Spirit is saying, your fun and your joy is most certainly a priority, and it's actually going to be a very important part of your healing, because that's the way it works for all of us. When we think about healing, we think about the highest vibration of emotions. Love and joy, those are the highest vibe emotions. So it is so important to tap back in to your eternal child, where you exist in a state of openness, where you exist in a state of receptivity. Think about the children in terms of they operate from a state of imagination and wonder, and they don't have limits on their expectations the way that adults do, right? We've been conditioned to put limits on our expectations. Spirit saying to you for this Libra season, Sagittarius, open up to no more limits. Just imagine and have fun and see the wonder and see the joy and the miracles that are in your life already, and recognize them and celebrate the beautiful innocence that lives inside you. Okay? Beautiful message. All right. Finally, I'm going to pull a blind spot card, and this represents something that actually has been causing you problems that you might not realize. Okay, that's why it's called a blind spot. It's like when you're driving and you have the blind spot and you can't see the car that's next to you, and if you change lanes, you hit the car and it causes you problems. But you didn't mean to hit the car. It's not intentional. You didn't know the car was there. So your blind spot is what situation, or I should say mindset, is a blind spot for you. What mindset is tripping you up and actually causing you a little bit more problems than you even realize? And once it gets revealed here, it's not going to be a problem anymore, because now it's going to be a part of your awareness. Once we bring it to your awareness, you're going to be conscious of it, you're going to pick up on it, and you're going to be able to avoid it. All right? So this is a new perspective and a new mindset coming through that's going to serve you really well right now. Okay, so you are getting number 60, and I don't know what number 60 means, so we're going to look it up in the book. Now, this is a sigil. The artist channeled this image, so I'm just going to hold up this image while I read to you what this is about. Okay, so this sigil, okay, interesting. This sigil represents superiority. If you have drawn this sigil, you have fallen into the ego trap of superiority. Your ego's desire to see itself as better is clouding your awareness, judgment, and capacity to achieve what you really want in this scenario. The ego is preoccupied with comparison thinking. The ego is after all, a self-concept, so it seeks to differentiate itself from others. We've learned that to be less than others in any way is bad, and that it leads to things that threaten not only our self-esteem, but also our well-being and ability to get what we desire. It makes our self-concept negative and makes us feel prevented from what we want. For example, if a woman wants to have a relationship with a man and she perceives herself to be less attractive than another woman in the room, she will not feel equal to that other woman. Her self-concept relative to her attractiveness will decrease negatively, and she will perceive herself to be prevented from what she wants. The amount of pain this kind of experience creates makes it obvious why we then begin to fight for equality, and even more than that, superiority. The human ego cannot handle perceiving itself to be inferior. It is a threat. It begins a subconscious mission to try to gain equality, and more than that, to become better than the person it currently feels inferior to. You will find any way you can to knock them off that pedestal or try to get on a bigger pedestal yourself. There's nothing inherently wrong with comparison thinking. For example, when it is part of a healthy competition, it can even fuel us to do our best. But if we're using it as a tool that hurts ourselves or others, we need to let go of it. People did not come here to be compared to other people. If this were the point of life, God or Source would have just made clones of the best possible person. We came here to be unique expressions of Source consciousness, and by comparing yourself to others, you're disallowing your own uniqueness. We are stopping ourselves from seeing that we are all superior to each other in certain ways and inferior in other ways. Michelangelo once said, "Every block of stone has a statue inside it, and it is the task of the sculptor to discover it." A person's contribution, purpose, and value to this world is entirely unique, so let it be. If you have drawn this sigil, you will also benefit by spending some time accepting the energy of Sigil 20 as well as this one and coming to understand its message. The thing we are most concerned with when it comes to equality is value. We want to be valued equally or more than other people. In this physical dimension, however, this is impossible because value is determined by needs, perspective, and preferences. It goes on to just talk about what value means, but here's the deal, okay? Because as I'm reading this, I'm really seeing how this fits in with your reading. This Queen of Swords, I'm going to pull her back out for a second. So if superiority has been a hang-up for you, if you have spent a lot of time comparing yourself to other people, comparing your life to other people, where you're at, what you have, you know, who you are, how maybe successful you've been, I feel like it's really taking its toll on you emotionally. Whatever it is, whether it's comparing what you have or who you are, it doesn't make a difference. This idea that you don't feel worthy and that you need to seek to be superior to other people, or maybe that's not even consciously what you're doing. Maybe it's really that you're beating yourself up thinking that you're not as good. This is hurting you tremendously. And just like this sigil just said, you know, like Michelangelo's quote, every block of stone has a statue inside it. It's up to the sculptor to find it. Well, that's you right now, okay? So big piece of advice. Stop comparing yourself to anyone else. Don't, from this moment on, worry about anyone else's journey. The thing is that you need to understand we are all born with our own unique soul's blueprint. You are at this moment in your life because this is exactly where you're supposed to be. This lesson, this healing that's happening right now is exactly what's called for. This was a part of your soul's plan before you were even born. So you don't have to worry if you are, you know, at the right speed, if you are at the right place for your age, okay? None of that matters. You are your own unique being. So you have so much happening right now in this reading. This is a season of deep self-reflection for you to make a conscious choice to work with these emotions that have been plaguing you and holding you down, because you deserve to be free of this. You deserve to feel confident, feel love, feel joy, have healthy relationships. You have so much beautiful healing energy surrounding this that, you know, this is a beautiful start to a journey that's going to end up with you just feeling like a brand new person. I mean, there's just going to be aspects of you that you discover that you're going to be wowed by and floored by and really proud of and really pleased with. So embrace this moment in time. Allow what needs to leave. Welcome in your spirit team, their help, their guidance. Allow them to speak to you and to your heart, and let them guide your decisions that you make. Remember, be heart-centered and joy-centered. Have fun, tap into that divine, eternal child energy, play, enjoy yourself, and bring peace to your heart. No longer look at anybody else. and worry about what anyone else is doing. So Sagittarius, I wish you all the best. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you like it, please hit subscribe and hit the notification bell and the like button, and you'll get notified when I post more videos. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching, and I wish you all the best.